What's up, boys? I know it's been a minute. It's been like 2 weeks maybe, give or take, since I posted a video. I'm sure you guys missed me. Not really. But yeah, today we're gonna be filming a video finally. I know it's been a while. We're gonna be doing 5 things I love about my Genesis Coupe. I know the video before last video I did 5 things I hate about my Genesis Coupe, so I only felt like this was the right video to make, just so you guys don't think I hate my car, because I do love my car. She has, you know, her downs and ups, her pros and cons. But yeah, let's just get started with that, and hope y'all boys enjoy. First thing, well, we're already sitting in here, but first thing is gonna be on my list is gonna be the interior. Now, I wouldn't say the interior of all of them, but specifically the interior of the Premium 2.0 or the, I believe it might be the Premium 3.8 or Touring Edition. Those two have the best interiors. The one with the 3.8 with the black leather interior. This one with the premium interior. Yes, I know the red is better, but the tan is calm and it's got the good screen and the nice gauges and all that good stuff. And I say the last one would be the one with the peanut butter interior from the 3.8. That is the best. But I personally love this interior for a 2013 car. I feel like it's very up to date. The car's not on right now, but you know, you got gauges, you got a small little digital display on there. You got a good functional screen. It's a little thick, but it's good and functional. I got literally a subwoofer that comes stock with this car because I have the premium. It's back there. You can literally see it right there. And it be bumping. That should be bumping. Like, if I could play music and not get copyrighted, y'all would know. But if you have a premium, you know. That should be bumping. So, yeah, I mean, that being said, I mean, there's really nothing I don't like about this interior. The only thing I would say, like I've said in before, is just no reverse camera, but that's not really interior-wise. That's just the car itself. They lacked on that. But, I mean, shoot, I got a sunroof. It's got a nice tilt on it. I got good room in the back seat. As you can see, my bags back there. I mean, I fit literally a dude who's 6'5" back there. Yes, obviously it wasn't comfortable, but, you know, he fit. And then in front of him was a guy who's 6 feet, and the 2 people that were sitting next to him was 5'10". I've had 7 people in this car. I've had 5 people in this car. I've had 2. Like, you could fit literally so many people in this car, which is crazy because it's literally a coupe. Trunk space is insane. Let me show y'all the trunk space. I feel like for a coupe, the trunk space is really good, especially the fact that I have bags. I'm able to fit like so much stuff in here. I think I got some stuff in here, but trunk space is pretty good. Like, fit a backpack, I fit packages in there. I fit pretty much everything that I need to fit in there. But yeah, I want to say interior is pretty gas, dude. Like, you throw some little fog lights in here and it goes really well with the vibe. I feel like just these seats in general, they're so comfortable. Like, I've been in so many cars and these are some of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in, because the mesh, I know it doesn't look as good as leather would, but the mesh is just so comfortable. Like, it's so perfect. It's never too hot. You don't feel burning, nothing. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the interior of this car is pretty perfect for its year. It's a 2013 car. It's not going to have no Apple CarPlay or anything like that. But for what it is, the year, it's perfect. The only thing I don't like is the shift knob. The shift knob is gross. I want to wrap it or get a new one. There is an OEM one that I want, but I really don't want to drop 60 on the shift knob. And, yeah. Second thing I want to talk about. This is pretty common. I feel like every Genesis Coupe owner loves this part of their car. BK1 and BK2, as long as you do it right and you don't mess it up, is the rear end. You just can't dislike this rear end. This rear end is just so clean, so subtle. It doesn't need a duck bill, doesn't need a wing, nothing. The amount of compliments I got on this basic rear end, literally all I did was put rear spats, nice little exhaust, and some clears. Without even the clears, you don't even need the clears, and it looks good from the rear end. You cannot mess up a Jenny rear end. You got to be an actual idiot to mess up a Jenny rear end. Rear end on this car is actually perfect. I personally, that's one of my favorite things about this car. That's one of my favorite things that drew me to this car. The front end I always liked of the BK2. I never liked the BK1. Some people do the BK1 front end right, but it's very rare. But the BK2 front end is very easy to work with. You throw a lip and take out the bottom piece of the grill, or just do full mesh. There's so many ways to go about it. But really, my second favorite thing about this car is gonna be the rear end. Just like, look at it. I mean, y'all tell me, can you really not like this rear end? It's nice, it's calm. It fits the body lines of this car, in my opinion. Moving on to my third thing I want to say. Third thing is going to be definitely the handling and, like, ability to spin this car. I mean, listen, I never spun it when it was stock. I didn't even know how to spin when it was stock. I was still learning, you know, like, I was still learning to handle, like, this type of power, because I wasn't used to this. I had a GTI before this. And yes, it was a Mark 6. It was okay. It wasn't as fast as this. It was fun, though. It was a lot more fun because it was lighter, but it wasn't as fast. But honestly, spinning this car, I spun it with 3-piece wheels. I spun it on stocks. I spun it multiple times. Like, it's so easy. You really hit your traction control off, throw it into first gear, spin. Like, and that thing will spin. It'll spin. You'll literally, like, you can just do donuts for days. You can, like, sit there and just do donuts. And honestly, surprisingly, the car can handle it too. Like, it can handle spinning. And my boy had a 3.8, got it straight from the auction, took it the same day and just spun it for hours. And he was chilling. He just burned out all the stocks. Like, he did not care, and he was chilling. So me personally, that's gonna be my third favorite thing. Fourth favorite thing. This is what I'm gonna pop the hood for. I can show y'all. Fourth thing. Let's go. All right. Fourth thing. All right. On to the fourth thing. Sorry, I had to put the camera down real quick because I didn't need both my hands to open the hood. I haven't popped the hood in a minute. But fourth thing is definitely gonna be the engine bay. I mean, look at that. You can literally see my downpipe from all the way up here. I'm not going up close, nothing. It is spacious. It's an easy engine bay to work on. There's not too many tight spots, I feel like. And once you understand this engine bay, which is very simple, even a guy with no experience this is my first car that I've actually done any of my own work, this engine bay is super easy to work on. I mean, power steering fluid right there, your coolant's right there, intake and stuff is right there, wash fluid, all that good stuff is right there. You can see your turbo from over here, pretty almost. You can see it somewhat. Yeah, you can. It's right there. Yeah, you can. So you can see pretty much everything. Downpipe is, especially once you get rid of the stock downpipe, that's when you really open it up. So I'd say that's my fourth favorite thing, is just for this being someone's first car or second car or whatever, or first car they actually start modding, it's relatively easy to work on. I think the engine bay looks decent as well. I low-key, oh my, it's dirty. I need to clean this thing. But it looks good. I mean, it is an easy engine bay to work on. Like, me personally, I think it's definitely it's a lot easier than a GTI. Let's just leave it at that. It's not a German car. And it's not tight or nothing like that. It's not a Subaru engine bay either, which I heard those are horrible. But yeah, that would be my fourth thing, is how easy it is to work on this car, how easy it is to throw an exhaust on, how easy it was to do suspension. I didn't really have to cut nothing. I had to do anything sus. It's been pretty simple. Like, I can't complain. Yeah, this car has its own issues and whatnot, like every car does, but it's relatively a simple car to work on as long as you have some decent knowledge. I see a lot of people learn on this car. Like, a lot of people I see in the Genesis community, they learn on this car. This is their first car they start modding. So yeah, I feel like that's a really big plus, especially for someone who's looking to buy this car as their first, second, third, whatever they want to do with it. I feel like it has easy potential. You can work on the engine bay yourself. You can do your own oil changes, all that good stuff. Now, we're going to move on to our last and final thing. I'd say the final thing about this car that I really love is just the look. I mean, the look of this car, the BK2, I feel like it perfectly suits itself. Like, you literally cannot go wrong. Bags, coils, springs even. You cannot go wrong on this car. It looks like it's a you really wouldn't tell that's a 2013 from looking at it. Until you get into the interior and you see it doesn't have Apple CarPlay and the screen's a little, thick, you wouldn't be able to tell this is a 2013. I mean, compared this to the G37, G35, oh my goodness. The interiors of those cars, even up until, it wasn't until like the Q60 came out and Q50 came out that those interiors, for me, would even be doable. Those interiors were disgusting. I personally hated them, and that's like its competitor, I guess you could say. So for me, personally, as a 2013 car, I think the looks of the outside to the inside is just like really, really up to date. It's honestly a little past its time, if I am being honest. I feel like it's got some cool features too. And yeah, I would say that's my fifth thing, would be the looks on this car. It's an immaculate looking car. I mean, for the price you pay, what you get is cool. You got people, I always have people running into me asking me, oh, what type of car is it? Like, people who are not in the car community, not familiar with cars, and they're like, what is it? Is it a Genesis? What is it? And you tell them it's a Genesis Coupe. Or you can tell them it's a Hyundai, whatever you want. But either way, it just looks like it's a luxury sports car that is a little past its time. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell me if this was a 2013 or the 2016. It's the same thing. Like, they look very relatively the same. They both look up to date. Like, for 2013, I feel like this car honestly did its thing. They killed it with it. Of course, there's some things they could have done better, but you live and you learn. This was Hyundai's first, I believe, to my knowledge, I could be wrong, but first sports car, and one of their best collabs. Well, I think first collab with Genesis, if I'm not mistaken, as well. I don't know if all the other Genesis say Hyundai, but I know they have the V8 and stuff. So I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on it. Do your own research. But yeah, I want to say that's my 5 things about this car. I feel like this video was a little long, but I'm gonna keep it short, you know. I'm not gonna talk much longer, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what y'all think in the comments of this car. I know it needs some work. Need a new bumper. We need to figure out my fog light leak, and we definitely need to repaint my wheels. I'll repaint my wheels, but other than that, I mean, right now this car just needs maintenance. Got to go do an oil change. Might do that. I mean, you guys know how to do an oil change, but I might show you guys how to do it on a Genesis Coupe, because why not? And yeah, other than that, it's been good to me. Loving the car. You know, I'm ready for something new, but I think for right now, where I'm at in life, this car is perfect. It does what I need it to do. It gets me from point A to point B, and on top of that, it gets me there relatively quick. In my opinion, it's relatively quick. And one more thing I wanted to add as an honorary mention before I close out this video is how this car sounds when you throw a blow-off valve in an intake. It sounds immaculate. I'm going to throw some clips at the end so you guys can hear it, but I think it sounds immaculate. And yeah, other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Safety and love. You guys take care of yourself. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Peace.